E3 is the biggest gaming show of the year, so it stands to reason that we'll always get treated to a few pretty massive surprises. Of course, we always get new reveal trailers and exciting new IP, but here's 7 of the coolest surprises that we've seen over the last decade. Back in 2005, Sony had announced the PS3 and its weird boomerang controller, but alongside that came a trailer for Killzone 2, which was insanely high fidelity and seriously wowed everyone. The graphics were pretty unbelievable, an enormous leap forward for video game graphics at the time. People were led to believe that the video was comprised of real gameplay footage. Unfortunately, it turned out that wasn't true at all. The entire Killzone 2 trailer was pre-rendered. Sony did end up delivering another graphically impressive glimpse of the game in 2007 though, this time as a legitimate gameplay demo. Nintendo took a real leap of faith, announcing the Nintendo Revolution, which you probably now know as the Wii. It may have had a dumb name and a strange controller, but it turns out millions of people would be keen to waggle a little rectangle at their TV. Despite the fact that the console was underpowered compared to the PS3 and Xbox One, the Wii became a hit with audiences for introducing the start of motion-controlled gaming, which many suspected would be the future of gaming. People were attracted to the idea of being able to literally swing a sword at enemies like in Red Steel, and the demo of Reggie and Miyamoto playing Wii tennis with a random audience member really sold it to us at the time. 2 years later, another major publisher decided to try their hand at motion control technology, and at the time it looked completely revolutionary. In 2009, Microsoft announced Project Natal. The incredible motion tracking camera didn't even require a controller to detect movement and register input from the gamer. Tech demos illustrated facial recognition that could map features perfectly, seamlessly interact with the UI, voice recognition, and one-to-one detection with simulation of real-life movement in-game. Little did we know at the time that Project Natal, subsequently renamed the Kinect, would have trouble working at all unless you were playing Dance Central, and still struggles 6 years later. Oh well. Gabe Newell is credited with calling the PS3 a waste of everybody's time back in 2007. Although it seems by 2010 he mended fences with Sony. The Valve boss took to the stage at Sony's 2010 E3 press conference with some unexpectedly kind words for the publisher and the PS3. He said Sony had really turned things around and that, as a result, Portal 2 would be coming to the system, with Steam crossplay enabled between PS3 and PC. Given their history, this one definitely qualified as a shocker, but not much has happened between Valve and Sony since. Multi-platform titles are so prevalent now that it's actually more shocking when a game decides to go platform exclusive. A few years ago though, this wasn't the case. In 2006, Microsoft exec Peter Moore revealed a temporary, albeit probably still regrettable, GTA tattoo, and the fact that GTA 4 would be coming to Xbox 360 at the same time as on PS3. In 2008, we got an even bigger surprise when Microsoft revealed that Final Fantasy XIII would be coming to Xbox 360. With that, the lifelong PlayStation exclusive series was no longer Sony exclusive, and multi-platform became more established as the norm, for better or for worse. Okay, so this one technically happened a little over 10 years ago in 2004, but I'm going to include it anyway because it's just so awesome. I'm talking about the announcement of Twilight Princess. Zelda tends to be a pretty big hit, and audiences were pretty damn keen for the next entry in the series. Nintendo seriously delivered when they surprise announced Twilight Princess by combining an epic and picturesque trailer with a very enthusiastic Shigeru Miyamoto, who actually came out wielding the Master Sword and a Hylian shield. Finally on my list is Sony's big screw you to Microsoft in 2013, when the companies announced the Xbox One and PS4. Before Microsoft performed professional acrobatic level backflips on their less popular policies, they disappointed audiences with an Xbox One that was always on, included check-in requirements, and was Kinect compulsory. Sony surprised audiences and subsequently made Microsoft look pretty bad by announcing support for disc-based games that had no need for online connection, meaning you could lend out your games and buy used, and by announcing a price, $399. This was both significant as it was a huge improvement on the hideously expensive PS3's initial price and made the PS4 a significantly cheaper option than the $499 Xbox One. Let me know what your favorite E3 moments and surprises have been and why down in that comment section. We'll be keeping you updated with all the exciting things coming out of E3 next week, so be sure to stay tuned and I'll be back with the gist in a couple of weeks.